Across the stars through your speakers, this is Intergalactic Insider. Greetings, interstellar insiders. This is Felix Andromeda, your favorite cosmic chronicler, beaming into your auditory receptors from the farthest reaches of the galaxy. Whether it's midday on Mars, midnight on Mizar 5, or just another dimensional anomaly on Alpha Centauri BB, welcome to this week's thrilling edition of Intergalactic Insider. In today's show-stopping episode, buckle your interstellar seatbelts as we dive headfirst into a mind-boggling blend of alien inventions, extraterrestrial cuisine, and biotechnological breakthroughs. But be warned, we're also venturing into the murky depths of Conspiracy Corner, where truth is stranger than science fiction. And as always, we'll wrap up with a stellar weather report from across the cosmos. But before we warp into our first segment, let's check in with our breaking news desk for any last-minute galactic developments. Breaking news just coming in. The Intergalactic Trade Federation has just lifted its ban on the controversial trade of warp drive-powered hover skateboards. Stay tuned for more updates as we get them. Well, there you have it, folks. If you've always wanted to cruise the cosmos on a warp-powered hover skateboard, now might be your chance. But for now, let's kick off our first segment with some mind-bending news from the world of alien inventions and innovations. Welcome back, intrepid insiders. We're diving headfirst into the world of alien innovations and intergalactic inventions that will leave you telepathically tethered to your auditory receptors. Speaking of telepathy, we have with us two esteemed guests who are at the forefront of this mind-bending breakthrough. Please give a warm mental welcome to Dr. Cosima Nexus, renowned xenoneurobiologist and lead researcher on the Mind-Meld Communicator project. And joining her is none other than Ambassador Gireth of the Volcaran Union, who has graciously volunteered as our first interspecies test subject. Welcome both of you to Intergalactic Insider.
Thank you, Felix. It's an honor to be here.
Greetings, Felix. I am intrigued by this human custom of auditory communication. The Volcarans have long since evolved past such primitive methods, but for the sake of diplomacy, I shall endeavor to adapt.
Thank you both for joining us today. Dr. Nexus, let's start with you. Can you give our listeners a brief overview of how the Mind-Meld Communicator works and what inspired its creation?
Of course, Felix. The Mind-Meld Communicator is a culmination of decades of research into xenoneurobiology and quantum telepathy. Essentially, the device works by establishing a secure quantum entanglement between the neural pathways of two or more sentient beings, enabling direct transfer of thoughts, emotions, and even memories without the need for spoken language. The inspiration for this invention stems from our desire to bridge the communication gap between disparate species across the galaxy, fostering deeper understanding and cooperation. Imagine a universe where misunderstandings and miscommunications no longer hinder diplomacy or interstellar relations.
That's truly mind-boggling, pun intended. Ambassador Gireth, as our first interspecies test subject, can you share with us your experience using the Mind-Meld Communicator and any challenges you may have faced during the testing process?
The experience was enlightening, to say the least. As a Volcaran, I am accustomed to communicating through telepathic means with my own kind, but establishing a mental link with an organism as complex as a human has presented its share of challenges. In all seriousness, the most significant obstacle we faced was adapting the device's quantum entanglement parameters to account for the unique neural structures of both species. Once Dr. Nexus and her team made the necessary adjustments, the process became more manageable.
Fascinating. Dr. Nexus, I'm sure our listeners are curious about the potential risks and ethical implications of such a groundbreaking technology. How have you and your team addressed these concerns during development?
That's an excellent question, Felix. The safety and privacy of our test subjects have been our utmost priority throughout the development process. We've implemented a multitude of fail-safe protocols to ensure that the mind-meld connection can be severed at any time by either party, and all data transferred during the process is encrypted using quantum-level security measures. Additionally, we have consulted extensively with interstellar ethics councils and privacy advocates to ensure that the Mind-Meld Communicator adheres to the highest moral and ethical standards. Informed consent is a non-negotiable requirement for any sentient being participating in our trials, and we've taken great pains to educate all involved parties on the potential risks and benefits of this technology.
That's certainly reassuring to hear, Dr. Cosima Nexus. Now, one of our listeners has sent in a question that I'm sure is on everyone's minds. When using the Mind-Meld Communicator, are all memories and thoughts shared between parties, or can some be isolated for privacy reasons?
That's a great question, Felix. The Mind-Meld Communicator utilizes advanced AI algorithms to help users filter and control the information they share during a mind meld. Users can set privacy preferences before initiating a connection, ensuring that only the desired thoughts, memories, or emotions are shared. Of course, complete privacy cannot be guaranteed 100% of the time, which is why obtaining consent and establishing trust between parties remains paramount.
That's fascinating. Can you elaborate on how this memory selection process works? For example, if I wanted to share a specific vacation memory with my friend, but didn't want to accidentally reveal any embarrassing moments that happened during the trip, how would I go about selecting only those memories to share?
Certainly, Felix. The Mind-Meld Communicator features a user-friendly interface that allows users to visually sift through their memories before initiating a mind-meld session. Imagine your memories being displayed like files in a virtual library, organized by date, location, or even emotional tags. When you find the memory you want to share, simply select it from the interface, and the AI algorithms will automatically identify any related memories that might be considered sensitive or private based on preset parameters. These potentially sensitive memories will be highlighted for your review, allowing you to either include or exclude them from the shared memory experience. Once you've made your selections, the Mind-Meld Communicator will encrypt and transmit only the approved memories to the other party during the mind-meld session, ensuring that your privacy is maintained. It's as simple as that.
That sounds incredibly sophisticated and user-friendly, Dr. Cosima Nexus. Thank you for explaining the memory selection process in such detail.
My pleasure, Felix. Our goal is to make this groundbreaking technology as accessible and user-friendly as possible, while still maintaining the highest standards of privacy and security.
That's a relief to hear, Dr. Nexus. Now, looking ahead, what's next for the Mind-Meld Communicator project? When can we expect to see this groundbreaking technology available to the general public?
We're currently in the final stages of refining the device's design and user interface. And we're working closely with major interstellar communications providers to ensure seamless integration into existing planetary and interstellar networks. If all goes according to plan, we hope to begin rolling out a consumer-grade version of the Mind-Meld Communicator within the next galactic standard year.
It seems like we have a real mind-blower on our hands, pun intended once again. Dr. Cosima Nexus and Ambassador Shireth of the Volcaron Union, thank you both for joining us today and giving us an exclusive sneak peek into this revolutionary breakthrough in interspecies communication.
My pleasure, Felix. I look forward to the day when we can conduct this interview telepathically.
It has been an enlightening experience, Felix. Live long and prosper, or whatever the appropriate interspecies farewell may be in your culture.
And with that diplomatic parting quip, we'll take a brief interstellar commercial break before returning with more tantalizing tidbits from across the cosmos. Stay tuned.
Attention all spacefarers. Tired of spending credits on those overpriced universal translators that still manage to confuse peace offering with tasty snack? Look no further because we've got the perfect solution for you. Introducing the InstaSpeak 3000, the most advanced intergalactic language translator on the market. Say goodbye to awkward miscommunications and hello to seamless interstellar conversations. The InstaSpeak 3000 is equipped with a state-of-the-art AI neural network that can instantly translate over 1 quintillion galactic languages, including those pesky dialects that other translators just can't seem to grasp.
Greetings, esteemed being. I am the InstaSpeak 3000 at your service. How may I assist you in navigating the complexities of intergalactic communication? Ah, you seek to unravel the enigma of the galactic common tongue. Fear not, for I am versed in all known linguistic patterns. Your request shall be fulfilled with the utmost expediency.
That's right, folks. The InstaSpeak 3000 can even decipher those ancient alien scripts that have stumped your best xenoarchaeologists for centuries.
Intriguing, these hieroglyphs appear to be from the lost civilization of Zorak Prime. After running a quick spectral analysis on the inscriptions, it seems that this tablet contains a recipe for spiced nebula noodles.
Imagine impressing your alien dinner party guest with an authentic dish from the other side of the galaxy, all thanks to the InstaSpeak 3000. But wait, there's more. Order now and we'll throw in our limited edition Galactic Pickup Lines app absolutely free. That's right, you too can sweep that special alien out of their gravity boots with suave one-liners like, "Hey there, are you made of dark matter? Because I can't escape your pull." Don't miss out on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to become the master of intergalactic communication, and maybe even find love along the way. Call now at 1-800-BEAM-ME-UP. Operators are standing by, but supplies won't last long. Get your InstaSpeak 3000 today and start exploring the universe one language at a time.
Greetings, gluttonous galaxy wanderers. Are your taste buds ready to embark on a culinary journey that'll make your palate perform pirouettes? You've tuned into the right podcast at just the right moment as we delve into the delectable and downright bizarre dishes of planet Flora. Joining us today are two interstellar gastronomic gurus who have braved the depths of Flora's most exotic eateries in search of the most tantalizing treats and revolting repasts. Please, give a warm welcome to Chef Zorox, a six-tentacled celebrity chef from the Gamma Quadrant, and our resident food critic, Flavia Nebulae, a humanoid astropod hybrid with a palate so refined she can taste the emotions of the ingredients. Welcome both of you to Intergalactic Insider.
It's an honor to share my culinary conquest with your listeners, Felix.
Greetings, dear listeners. I trust you have fastened your gastronomical seatbelts for this savory sojourn through Flora's most extraordinary edibles.
Without further ado, let's dive right into the deep-fried depths of Flora's finest fare. Chef Zorox, what would you consider to be the most iconic dish from this luscious little blue planet?
Ah, that's a tough one, Felix. But if I had to choose just one, it would have to be crystallized fairy vomit.
Crystallized fairy vomit? Chef Zorox, I must say that sounds both enchanting and appalling all at once. Could you please enlighten our listeners on the origin of this intriguing delicacy?
Of course, Felix. Crystallized fairy vomit is a delectable treat that's exactly what it sounds like. Crystallized droplets of digestive fluid expelled by the elusive, luminescent flutterflies native to Flora. These ethereal creatures feed on a special type of bioluminescent nectar found only on the rare midnight bloom orchids. The nectar, combined with the flutterfly's unique digestive enzymes, produces a crystalline substance that solidifies upon contact with the planet's oxygen-rich atmosphere. The locals have long considered crystallized fairy vomit a delicacy, prized for its complex sweet and sour flavor profile and its supposed ability to grant the eater temporary glowing skin.
Chef Zorax, you've outdone yourself with this one. Flavia Nebulae, I now turn to you. After your extensive culinary adventures on Flora, what would you consider the most exquisite dining experience you've had the pleasure of partaking in?
Ah, Felix, this is a question that stirs the very cosmic dust of my soul. There have been so many sublime culinary experiences during my interstellar gastronomic odyssey. However, if I must narrow it down to one transcendental gustatory escapade, it would be my visit to Le Bistrot du Singe d'Étoile, or, for those of you who don't speak galactic French, the Star Monkey Bistro. This hidden culinary gem is nestled in the lush canopies of Flora's Whispering Willow Wilderness. The bistro's eccentric and enigmatic chef Xandar, a six-armed zirconian xenochef, has mastered the art of preparing black hole caviar. Sourced from the endangered cosmic sturgeon that call Flora's interdimensional rivers home, Chef Xandar harvests these precious pearls of gastronomic bliss with impeccable precision and respect for the delicate ecosystem. The black hole caviar at Le Bistrot du Singe d'Étoile is a gastronomic symphony for the senses. Each mouthful teases your palate with a burst of umami, followed by a delightfully lingering wormhole-like aftertaste that warps you through space and time.
Chef Zorax, Flavia Nebulae, I must say that your descriptions have left my taste buds tingling with celestial anticipation. It's a shame our listeners can't teleport in a sample of these otherworldly delicacies to savor for themselves. Speaking of taste buds, Chef Zorax, as a six-tentacled culinary connoisseur, do you find that your additional appendages enhance your ability to appreciate the complex flavors and textures of Flora's cuisine?
Ah, Felix, you've stumbled upon one of the most well-kept secrets in the culinary cosmos. Yes, indeed, my friend. As a proud possessor of six sensational tentacles, I can attest that my gustatory prowess is positively otherworldly. You see, each of my tentacles is home to over 1 billion taste buds, while the average humanoid tongue houses a paltry 10,000. This means that with every delectable morsel I devour, I am able to discern flavor profiles and nuances that would be lost on lesser limbed life forms.
Well, I'm not sure if I should be jealous or relieved that I only have 2 measly arms and a tongue that pales in comparison to yours. Flavia Nebulae, as an alien biotechnology enthusiast, I can't help but wonder how the culinary world might change if humans were able to enhance their taste buds or even their digestive systems to better appreciate and process these exotic extraterrestrial delicacies.
Ah, Felix, you've touched upon a topic that's both tantalizing and treacherous. While the prospect of bioengineering our taste buds or digestive systems to relish in the gastronomic grandeur of the cosmos is undeniably enticing, we must proceed with caution. As we have seen in the past, unchecked alien biotechnology can lead to unforeseen consequences for both individuals and entire ecosystems. Take, for example, the infamous terraform taco incident on the planet Xylophagia 7. In an ill-fated attempt to create a taco shell that could withstand the planet's corrosive atmosphere, a rogue group of xenogastronauts genetically engineered a mutant strain of titanium tortilla plants. Little did they know, the discarded husks of these indestructible taco shells would prove irresistible to Xylophagia 7's native rock-munching ruminant rock snouts. The unfortunate creatures began consuming the titanium tortilla husks by the ton, causing their digestive systems to seize up and their stomachs to turn into veritable steel mills. The resulting ecological disaster, known as the taco-pocalypse, led to the extinction of the ruminant rock snouts and the near collapse of Xylophagia 7's delicate geological balance. So, while I share your enthusiasm for enhanced extraterrestrial Epicureanism, we must always remember that with great gastronomical power comes great intergalactic responsibility.
Flavia Nebulae, you've just reminded us all of the delicate balance that must be maintained between our insatiable appetite for culinary discovery and our responsibility to preserve the cosmic ecosystems we so boldly bite into. Chef Zorox, Flavia Nebulae, it's been a mouth-watering and eye-opening experience having you both on Intergalactic Insider. Thank you for sharing your knowledge, passion, and cautionary tales with us today.
It's been an out-of-this-world pleasure, Felix. Until next time, remember to always try new things, but not so new that they might eat you first.
It's been an honor, Felix. And to our dear listeners, do not let your palates be bound by the confines of your own worlds. But always remember that moderation is the spice of life.
Well said, Flavia. And with that sage advice ringing in our taste buds, it's time for a quick break. Don't drift off into the cosmic ether just yet. Greetings, intergalactic inquirers. Welcome back to Intergalactic Insider, your weekly dose of cosmic current affairs and celestial scoops. I'm your intrepid host, Felix Andromeda, here to boldly dissect the headlines that are making waves across the cosmos. In this segment, we delve into the fascinating and sometimes controversial realm of alien biotechnology. Imagine a future where humanity can harness the incredible abilities of extraterrestrial species to cure our most debilitating diseases or even unlock hidden potential within ourselves. But with great power comes great responsibility, and in this case, some pretty hefty ethical dilemmas. To help us navigate these uncharted nebulae of alien biotechnology, we are joined by two esteemed experts in the field. First up, hailing from the prestigious University of Alpha Centauri, please give a warm interstellar welcome to Dr. Priya Tao, renowned xenobiologist and alien genetics extraordinaire.
Greetings, Felix, and a heartfelt hello to all our listeners out there in the vastness of space. It's an honor to be here today to discuss this captivating and ever-evolving field of study.
And joining us from the other side of the ethical divide, we are joined by Dr. Malcolm Morpheus, a leading bioethicist and outspoken critic of unregulated alien biotechnology research. Welcome to the show, Dr. Morpheus.
Thank you, Felix. I'm here today not to spread fear or discord, but to ensure that our insatiable thirst for knowledge and progress doesn't lead us down a path we can never return from.
Well, it looks like we're in for a spirited debate. Dr. Tao, let's start with you. What are some of the most promising breakthroughs that have been made possible by studying and utilizing alien biotechnology?
Felix, I'm glad you asked. Alien biotechnology has already yielded some groundbreaking advances in medicine and healthcare. For instance, we've recently isolated a compound from the venom of the elusive Zeta Hydra viper worm that shows incredible promise in treating certain types of previously untreatable cancers. Furthermore, our research on the regenerative properties of the legendary Fei-Keely slime beast has led to breakthroughs in tissue engineering and organ regeneration. Imagine a future where organ transplant waitlists are a thing of the past. And these are just two examples among countless others. By delving deeper into the mysteries of alien biology and physiology, we can unlock cures for some of humanity's most intractable afflictions and usher in a new era of galactic well-being.
Dr. Tao, those breakthroughs sound truly miraculous. But Dr. Morpheus, I'm sure you have some concerns regarding the ethical implications of harvesting these compounds from living creatures and incorporating alien genetic material into our own bodies. Care to share your perspective?
Thank you, Felix. I'd be happy to share my perspective on this matter. First and foremost, I must emphasize that I am not inherently opposed to the pursuit of scientific knowledge or the betterment of humankind. However, we must tread cautiously when it comes to tampering with the delicate balance of nature and our own genetic makeup. Let me frame it this way. Dear listeners, imagine you stumble upon a beautiful and intricate alien ecosystem, teeming with life forms unlike anything you've ever seen. Would your first impulse be to immediately start dissecting these creatures and harvesting their unique biological compounds for your own benefit? Of course not. You would marvel at their beauty, study them from a distance, and attempt to understand their role within the larger ecosystem. This is no different. Just because these life forms are from distant worlds doesn't mean they are any less deserving of our respect and protection. Additionally, we must consider the potential unintended consequences of introducing alien genetic material into our own DNA. While it may seem like a miracle cure in the short term, we simply cannot foresee the long-term ramifications on our species' health and evolutionary trajectory. I implore you, my fellow stargazers, to pause and reflect on the potential repercussions of our actions before we irrevocably alter both ourselves and the cosmic tapestry of which we are but a single, insignificant thread.
Dr. Morpheus, I appreciate your passionate stance on this matter. It's crucial that we consider the long-term implications of our actions and respect the delicate balance of alien ecosystems. Dr. Tao, how would you respond to these ethical concerns?
Dr. Morpheus, I understand and appreciate your concerns. Believe me, no one wants to preserve the diversity of life in this universe more than I do. As xenobiologists, we are first and foremost students of nature's boundless wonders, and we hold a profound respect for the creatures we study. That being said, I firmly believe that with proper regulation and oversight, we can responsibly harness the incredible potential of alien biotechnology without causing irreparable harm to other ecosystems or our own. Furthermore, we mustn't forget the countless lives that could be saved or improved by these advancements. Are we willing to turn our backs on those in need because of hypothetical future risks? I believe we can find a balance between scientific progress and environmental stewardship.
Well, it seems we've hit upon a rather polarizing topic here today, folks. Dr. Tao and Dr. Morpheus, thank you both for your insightful perspectives on this complex issue. I'm sure our listeners will have plenty to ponder and discuss in the coming days. And speaking of complex issues, we have a listener question that touches upon this very topic. Let's see what our extraterrestrial audience has to say.
Greetings, this is Zargon the Indigo from the planet Xylophia 9. I must admit, I'm torn between the points made by both our esteemed guests. While I understand the need for caution and respect for alien life forms, my homeworld is currently facing an unprecedented ecological disaster that threatens to wipe out our entire civilization. If there were a way to harness the adaptive abilities of a certain native species on our planet, we might stand a chance at survival. But at what cost? Is it morally justifiable to prioritize the survival of one civilization over the potential harm to another species or ecosystem? I eagerly await your thoughts on this dilemma.
Zargon, first and foremost, my heart goes out to you and your people during this trying time. Your question raises a valid dilemma that we as stewards of the universe must grapple with on occasion. In such desperate situations, I believe it is morally permissible to utilize the adaptive abilities of a native species for the greater good, provided that we do so with the utmost respect and care for the creature in question. It is crucial to exhaust all other possible solutions before resorting to such drastic measures, and even then we must ensure that our actions are carried out with the least amount of harm to the ecosystem as a whole. Collaborating with xenobiologists and conservationists, I am confident that a mutually beneficial solution can be found in most cases.
Zargon, I cannot begin to fathom the weight of your world's fate that rests upon your shoulders. Your dilemma is one that no sentient being should ever have to face. While I understand the urgency and desperation you must be feeling, I must still implore you to consider all other possible options before resorting to harvesting the adaptive abilities of a native species. I urge you to consult with xenobiologists, ecologists, and ethicists from across the galaxy to explore every possible alternative before making a decision that could have far-reaching and irreversible consequences.
Thank you, Zargon, for sharing your heartbreaking dilemma with us. We here at Intergalactic Insider send our warmest thoughts and wishes to you and the people of Xylophia 9 during this challenging time. And now let's take a quick break from these heavy discussions and lighten the mood with some galactic gossip. Stay tuned as we delve into the latest scandals and rumors rocking the cosmic social scene. But first, let's hear a word from our sponsors.
Attention, all spacefarers. Tired of lugging around those bulky universal translators? Sick of embarrassing intergalactic mishaps because your babblefish got indigestion? Introducing the all-new Galactic Earbuds 3000. These revolutionary earbuds feature neural sync TM technology, seamlessly translating over 5 trillion alien languages directly into your auditory cortex. That's right, folks. With Galactic Earbuds 3000, you'll be fluent in Klingon one moment and waxing poetic in Jabba-ese the next. Never again miss out on a lucrative interstellar business deal because you accidentally insulted your Zergonian client's hive mother. Galactic Earbuds 3000 are perfect for diplomats, smugglers, and intergalactic dating enthusiasts alike. But wait, there's more. Order now and receive a free set of Galactic Earbuds 3000 for your favorite cyborg companion. That's right, Fido 3.0 can finally tell you what he really thinks about those organic treats you've been feeding him. Act now and we'll throw in our limited edition Intergalactic Insider language pack absolutely free. Impress your friends and alien foes alike by deciphering our exclusive insider jargon, only available to our valued customers. Don't leave Earth without them. Order your Galactic Earbuds 3000 today by calling the number on your holoscreen now. This offer won't last long, and neither will your intergalactic credibility if you don't call now.
And we're back. Thanks for sticking with us through that brief commercial interlude. Now let's dive into the juiciest gossip buzzing around the cosmic social scene. Greetings, intergalactic inquirers. Welcome to Conspiracy Corner, the segment of Intergalactic Insider, where we delve into the darkest recesses of the cosmos in search of the truth, or at least a juicy alien gossip. I'm your host, Felix Andromeda, and buckle up, because today we're diving headfirst into one of the most mind-boggling mysteries to grace our galaxy lately. I'm referring, of course, to the sudden and inexplicable disappearances of Earth's leading scientists. These brilliant minds have vanished without a trace, leaving behind baffled authorities and panicked colleagues. But fret not, dear listeners, for we here at Intergalactic Insider are determined to uncover the truth behind these perplexing vanishings. To help us navigate through this cosmic conundrum, we have two esteemed guests joining us today. First up, we have the renowned xenophile and conspiracy theory aficionado, Dr. Zoran Nebulous.
Greetings, Felix. It's an honor to be here, and I can assure you that we're in for a wild ride today.
And joining us from a top-secret government facility on Mars, we have the illustrious astrophysicist and extraterrestrial life expert, Dr. Nova Stellarum.
Hello, Felix. I must say it's refreshing to finally discuss this matter in the open, or rather, on your podcast.
In the open? Dr. Stellarum, you've certainly piqued our interest already. But before we dive too deep into the rabbit hole, wormhole, let's recap for our listeners who may have been vacationing in a black hole lately. Over the past few months, we've witnessed a string of mysterious disappearances of some of Earth's most prominent scientists. These individuals vanished without any warning signs or ransom demands, leaving their loved ones and colleagues baffled. Authorities have been tight-lipped about the matter, citing ongoing investigations. Breaking news: a spokesperson for the Interstellar Federation of Law Enforcement has just released a statement urging the public to remain calm and cooperate with any ongoing investigations regarding these baffling disappearances. They assure us that they are doing everything in their power to uncover the truth. Remain calm, they say, as if the thought of our brightest minds being snatched up into thin air isn't enough to make us all stockpile emergency rations and board up our escape pod hatches. But seriously, folks, we here at Intergalactic Insider are committed to getting to the bottom of this interstellar enigma. Dr. Nebulous, you've made a name for yourself in the realm of alien conspiracy theories. What do you make of these bizarre vanishings?
Well, Felix, as someone who has dedicated their life to uncovering the truth behind these seemingly inexplicable events, I can confidently say that we're dealing with a classic case of extraterrestrial abduction. Yes, I know it sounds far-fetched, but Bear with me. These scientists all had one thing in common: their groundbreaking research on advanced technologies and space exploration. Who better to benefit from such knowledge than an advanced alien civilization?
Dr. Nebulous, while your theory certainly makes for a riveting holovid plot, we need more than just speculation to connect these disappearances to extraterrestrial beings. What evidence do you have to support this claim?
But that's the beauty of it, Felix. The lack of evidence is the evidence itself. Think about it. These scientists vanish without a trace, leaving no clues or witnesses behind. If it weren't for the advanced technology and cloaking capabilities of an alien species, how else could such a thing be possible?
Dr. Stellarum, what do you make of Dr. Nebulous's extraterrestrial abduction theory?
While I commend Dr. Nebulous's enthusiasm and creativity, we must remember the scientific principle of Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is often the correct one. While extraterrestrial involvement cannot be entirely ruled out, there could be more plausible explanations for these disappearances. For instance, we cannot discount the possibility of a highly sophisticated human operation. With advancements in cloaking technology and mind control techniques, it's not outside the realm of possibility that a rogue organization could be behind these vanishings.
Dr. Stellarum, you've just opened up a whole new can of interstellar worms. A rogue human organization? What could their motives be for abducting these specific scientists?
It's all speculation at this point, Felix, but we cannot discount the possibility of a power grab. These scientists were on the brink of some groundbreaking discoveries, technologies that could have shifted the balance of power in our galaxy. Perhaps this organization saw them as a threat and decided to eliminate the competition, or, more chillingly, harness their knowledge for their own nefarious ends.
Dr. Stellarum, you've just sent chills down the tentacles of every listener out there. If what you're suggesting is true, we could be on the brink of an intergalactic power struggle that makes the Great Galactic War pale in comparison.
It's a grim possibility, Felix, which is why it's crucial that we remain vigilant and demand transparency from our governments and interstellar alliances. We cannot afford to be caught off guard if there is indeed a larger conspiracy at play.
Wise words, Dr. Stellarum. And on that ominous note, we're going to take a quick break. When we return, we'll dive deeper into the conspiracy rabbit hole, wormhole, and explore some of our listeners' theories about these baffling disappearances. Now, we've heard from our esteemed guests, Dr. Zoran Nebulous and Dr. Nova Stellarum, about their theories on who or what might be behind these vanishings. But now it's time to hear from the real experts, our listeners. So, let's dive into the inbox and see what some of you have to say. Our first message comes to us from Gort456 on Rigel 7. Greetings, Gort456.
Greetings, Felix. I believe that these disappearances are the work of an ancient, long-foughten alien race known as the Cosmic Custodians. They have awakened from their millennia-long slumber and are now gathering Earth's brightest minds to help them clean up the mess they left behind before they vanish back into their cosmic nap.
Thank you for your unique perspective, Gort456. If nothing else, I'm certainly more motivated to clean my living quarters now. Next up, we have a message from Luna 238 on Titan. Luna 238, you're on the cosmic airwaves.
Greetings, Felix. I believe that these disappearances are actually voluntary departures. These scientists have discovered irrefutable evidence of an imminent cataclysmic event, perhaps a rogue black hole or a massive solar flare, and have chosen to leave our doomed planet in search of a new home among the stars.
Luna 238, if what you're saying is true, why would these scientists leave the rest of us to perish? Shouldn't they have shared their knowledge and allowed us to prepare for such an impending catastrophe?
Perhaps, Felix, but you must consider that the general population might not be able to handle such devastating news. These scientists may have decided that it was kinder to let us live out our remaining days in ignorance rather than descend into chaos and anarchy.
Luna 238, I don't even know what to say. Thank you for sharing your chilling perspective with us. And on that ominous note, we're going to take another quick break. When we return, Dr. Nebulous and Dr. Stellarum will weigh in on these listener theories and share their own thoughts on what or who might be lurking behind the scenes of these enigmatic vanishings. We've heard from our listeners, and now it's time to get the expert opinions of Dr. Zoran Nebulous and Dr. Nova Stellarum on these intriguing theories. First up, let's start with Gort 456's theory about the cosmic custodians. Dr. Nebulous, what do you make of this cleanly alien race?
Well, Felix, while I commend Gort 456's creativity, I must say that the idea of an ancient alien race waking up to tidy up their messes seems a bit far-fetched, even for me. However, it does raise an interesting point about the potential existence of advanced civilizations out there with motives we can't even begin to comprehend.
Fair enough, Dr. Nebulous. Dr. Stellarum, what are your thoughts on Gort 456's theory?
Well, Felix, while I appreciate the whimsical nature of this theory, I must side with Dr. Nebulous in saying that it's highly improbable. As amusing as it might be to imagine a cosmic cleanup crew abducting Earth's brightest minds, I believe there are more plausible explanations for these disappearances, rooted in science and logic.
All right, I think we can all agree that the cosmic custodians theory is a bit of a stretch. But what about Luna 238's doomsday scenario? Dr. Nebulous, could these scientists be fleeing an imminent cataclysmic event?
Well, Felix, while it's certainly chilling to consider, it's not outside the realm of possibility that our brilliant minds might stumble upon information so dire that they would choose to leave us behind. However, I must say that the idea of these scientists abandoning their loved ones and the rest of humanity without so much as a warning seems out of character for most of them.
Dr. Stellarum, what's your take on Luna 238's theory?
It's a chilling thought, Felix, but I must echo Dr. Nebulous's sentiments. While it is conceivable that our best and brightest could uncover information too devastating for the general public to handle, I find it hard to believe that every single one of these missing scientists would be willing to leave their families and colleagues behind without a word. Additionally, if such an event were imminent, we would likely see more widespread signs or evidence to corroborate this theory.
You both make valid points, Drs. Nebulous and Stellarum. It's a relief to hear that even our most esteemed experts are struggling to make sense of these baffling disappearances. Unfortunately, we're running out of time on this week's episode of Intergalactic Insider. But before we sign off, Dr. Nebulous and Dr. Stellarum, do either of you have any final words of wisdom or advice for our listeners who might be feeling a bit uneasy about these vanishings?
Of course, Felix. First and foremost, I want to remind everyone that we are still in the early stages of this investigation. It's natural to feel apprehensive when faced with the unknown, but I have full faith in our intergalactic authorities to get to the bottom of these disappearances. In the meantime, it's crucial that we all remain vigilant and report any suspicious activity or sightings immediately.
Dr. Nebulous is correct, Felix. Fear and panic will only hinder our ability to uncover the truth behind these vanishings. I urge all of you out there to stay informed, but also to remember to take care of yourselves during these trying times. We will get to the bottom of this, I assure you.
Thank you both for your words of wisdom and comfort during this uncertain time. And thank you, Dr. Zoran Nebulous and Dr. Nova Stellarum, for joining me on today's episode of Intergalactic Insider.
It was my pleasure, Felix. I'm always happy to lend my expertise to such a critical cause.
Thank you for having me, Felix. I encourage any of your listeners with information or leads to come forward and help us unravel this cosmic conundrum.
We may not have all the answers yet, but one thing is for sure. We won't rest until we uncover the truth behind these perplexing vanishings. Remember, if you or someone you know has any information about these disappearances, please don't hesitate to contact your local authorities. We've got a real treat for you all in store. Before we close out this mind-bending episode of Intergalactic Insider, we're going interstellar with our resident astrometeorologist, the one and only Comet Channing.
Greetings, Felix, and hello to all you space cadets out there. I've got some cosmic conditions for you that are simply out of this world.
Well, Comet, we're all dying to know. What do the cosmic clouds have in store for us today?
Oh, Felix, you know I love it when you're dying to hear my forecast. All right, strap on your spacesuits and buckle up for some stellar weather updates. First up, we've got a gaseous situation brewing on our favourite ringed planet, Saturn. That's right, folks. Expect some mildly turbulent methane showers with a chance of ammonia snow flurries. So, if you're planning an intergalactic picnic, I'd suggest packing your umbrellas and maybe some extra strength deodorant.
Ugh, thanks for the heads up. Or should I say noses down? Speaking of stinky situations, what's the forecast like on our smelly neighboring planet, Uranus?
Oh, you know I can't resist a good Uranus joke, Felix. But in all seriousness, Uranus is looking quite, well, uprightly pleasant today. Expect clear skies and mild winds from the southwest side of your compass, or whatever directional tool you aliens use.
All right, Comet, let's keep it clean-ish. What about our friendly lava planet, Kilauea? Any hot weather updates for us there?
Well, Felix, you know what they say. When Kilauea, badum-tis. But seriously, folks, if you're planning a lavally vacation to Kilauea, make sure your swimsuits are made of asbestos. We've got a scorching 10,000 Kelvin heatwave with a 100% chance of magma rains and ash fallout. So don't forget your SPF Infinity sunscreen and your best pair of lava goggles.
Wow, Comet, that sounds positively explosive. Thanks for the sizzling hot weather updates. And with that, we've reached the end of this week's cosmic episode of Intergalactic Insider. Join us next time as we boldly go where no podcast has gone before. Until then, this is Felix Andromeda signing off and reminding you to keep your eyes on the skies or whatever celestial bodies you prefer.